And welcome back to the morning show. It's Wednesday at Wise Guy time. We are outside Memorial Stadium in anticipation of University of Illinois kicking off the season this weekend with Eastern Illinois. And it's not all about, brute strength and all that good stuff. There's some science involved in football, and our resident Wise Guy, Matt Sellen, is here to tell us a little bit about the physics of football and how it flies.
Right. Well, brute strength helps too.
Yeah, well, of course, it always helps, but there's some science.
There's definitely some science. And so what I thought we could talk about a little bit is just the flight of the football, because there's some very interesting science and all that. And it kind of relates to what we did last week with the water balloons and the launcher. And I said that, for example, if you wanted to go twice as far or 4 times as far, you have to throw it with twice the initial velocity, and we went through the argument for that whole thing. Now, the thing with a football is that if you want it to go and you want it to go straight and you want it to be catchable, so you also put a little bit of spin on the ball when you throw it, and that keeps it stable as it sort of curves through the air.
Right.
Okay. But things happen rather quickly, even though you see somebody. You snap the ball and the guy throws it, and before you know it, the play's over. Even if he throws it maybe 100 feet or 200 feet, it still only takes a matter of a few seconds to get from where you are to where it's going. And we have these two young gentlemen here, the block eye guys, and so they're going to throw a 100-foot pass, and we're going to count, steamboats or thousands, and we're going to show that it only takes a couple of seconds. So you can probably go down there and wait, or if you want to go out for the pass, it doesn't make any difference. From where he is down to where that truck's pulling in, it's about 100 feet. Right. And so what I want you to do is to throw it at about a 45-degree angle, okay? And we're going to see how long it takes the ball to get from you to him. Okay?
All right.
And I'm predicting it's going to be about a little over 2 seconds. So we'll see how it goes here.
Okay.
1,001, 1,002, okay, so it was a little over, 2 seconds.
Yeah.
And so thank you very much. Good throw, by the way. Okay, so the thing that determines how far the ball goes is it's a combination of 2 things. One is how fast it's moving this way. The other one is how long it stays up in the air. And the way you can figure out how long it stays up in the air is you can sort of break down the flight of the ball into 2 pieces. It goes up, and it comes back down again.
Okay.
And those 2 things take the same amount of time. And the time it takes to come back down again is the same whether if you were to start at that height and just drop the ball, okay, it would take the same amount of time to go from its maximum height down to the ground as it does if it's been thrown. Okay. And gravity makes the thing accelerate downward at 32 feet per second every second, so that means that, and when you go through all the math and so on, if you do it all, if you let it fall for basically 1 second, it's fallen 16 feet down. If you let it fall for 2 seconds, it's fallen 4 times as far, okay?
Okay.
All right, so 64, and so that means that if you want to know, and it turns out also, by the way, that the distance that it goes, if you throw it at that best possible angle, which is 45 degrees, the distance it goes from where you are to where the guy catches it is 4 times the distance of its maximum height.
Okay.
Okay, so you can use all a little bit of information to figure out that it takes a little over 2 seconds to go 100 feet.
Good.
Okay, so you have to do math in your head. But anyways,
you have to do math in your head.
Right, and so when we come back, maybe we'll talk about how the ball spins, and we'll also talk about guys running into each other, tackling, momentum conservation, collisions, and how not to get hurt.
All right, that's a good deal. All right, it's all about the pigskin today as we get ready for the U of I and Eastern Illinois Saturday. Matt Sellen, our Wise Guy, with the physics of football. The guys from the Block Eye are going to help us out a little bit. So they're going to take us to break right here. Take us into weather. Down, set.